So, out here enjoying this amazing Arizona weather. Just sitting out here by the campfire, and I found a bunch of footage that essentially is on the cutting room floor from my King of the Hammers video. And I figured, you know, this is pretty cool because, like, for me, it was my first time at King of the Hammers in Hammertown as well as the race. But for those of you who are asking, you know, how was Hammertown? What was the turnout like with everything going on? It actually was really great. So I got a bunch of footage that I'm gonna condense just to some of my favorite stuff there. But I hope you like it as we kind of walk through with the Fieldcraft Survival crew and enjoy the video. So we ended up walking around doing a bunch of content for the Fieldcraft Survival YouTube page as well as mine. And here we came across a guy who had just, I mean, it must have been a few seconds, had flipped over doing some donuts. Everybody was fine. Otherwise, we wouldn't be just milling around here, kind of joking around. He said it was at pretty slow speed. When we came up, there was a little bit of dust. But, you know, it is what it is. The truck flipped over. The driver was fine. The passengers were fine. And he was waiting for his buddy to come and flip him back on his wheels. So that's a pretty famous gladiator there on YouTube, Mr. Down to Mob. So I did do a gladiator walk around with him that should be coming up on his page soon, as well as we shot a walk around with his truck and content on the Fieldcraft Survival page. If you haven't seen that, make sure you go there. But again, so for those of you who didn't know, we did race this race. I raced as a co-driver in the 903 car. Derek Miller was our driver. And you can find that content here on my page. I believe it's the second to last video I did. I forget which episode. I'll put it here in the bottom section. Or you can check it out at the Fieldcraft Survival channel. They were our title sponsor. And look forward to doing more projects in the future. As a matter of fact, the next one is Easter Jeep Safari. We are hanging out at the Off the Grid clothing booth. Pretty cool dudes, if I do say so myself. Make some really great clothing, to be quite honest. I have a couple of their pieces that they've sent me, and you know, it's made by people who are actively outdoors, overlanding, working on their rigs. I mean, you name it. Off the grid, like the name suggests. Got some really cool cars on here.
Yes, sir.
This Toyota that I'm swinging next to right here with the ADS stickers every year goes through and completes this race. This thing is amazing. You know, just accomplishing the race in itself is amazing. And this little guy, this little thing does it very well. So the rig of the entire event was the Ford Bronco. This is one of the frames that they had out. Actually, it might have been the only frame if I think about it now. But just to kind of show the box frame construction and everything that's going in there. Independent front suspension. Dana 44 front and rear. And factory with 35s in the Badlands edition that you'll see here coming up in the next section. But, I mean, it's very similar to the Jeep Rubicon with, obviously, the differences being in the IFS. I'm actually really excited for that rig. You'll see here as we kind of walk through it. That was just one of the booths right at the entrance. They also had another display that you'll see in a little bit, but right here on the big screen towards the end, I believe it was Lauren who raced it around, and they had an Ultra 4 version out there that I didn't get footage of because we're doing race prep, but again, the Ford Bronco was kind of the belle of the ball, so to speak, out at Hammertown. Hammertown. Yeah. Now as I'm kind of looking over this footage, I did actually get a lot of the Ford Bronco, but it's good because I mean, like I said, it really was the star of Hammertown. I really do like the Ford Bronco. I can't say that enough. Right now, you guys have seen in my other videos where we just got our new Eco Diesel, and to be honest with you, if we're not pleased with that, I could totally see the fam going over and running one of these Ford Broncos. The only caveat being that you know, I do have a custom third row in the Eco Diesel, and that would be a little difficult with these guys because these guys don't come with that third row. Did you get anything? Lots of vendors at Hammertown. More in this pizza? Section was all the French fries? Excellent food vendors that they had out. This is some pizza. On the next clip I got coming up is going to be a vendor that did like 20 different ways to do French fries or fries. And I gotta tell you, I probably came over here like 3 or 4 times the entire time we stayed there. Everything was just so good. Highly recommended. And then, you know, we came here so many times that we ended up making friends with them. And, well, you'll see what comes of it. You'll see what comes of this relationship.
That thing's pretty empty. Some of this new stuff in there.
Yeah?
Hopefully it doesn't smell like fish tacos.
So they ended up giving us their waste oil from the deep fryer, and,
like my favorite.
and our whole camp just smelled like French fries. I mean, it was glorious. The other thing too is these smudge pots. If you saw in my video, I was just totally fascinated by them. Growing up here in Arizona, you know, being a desert rat, I have no idea what these things are, and they were kind of all the rage out there for everybody in camp. Basically, you fill them with oil, whatever. You know, oil you have, waste oil, and you burn that, and it just gives a lot of heat. Again, I was super obsessed with these things, but lots of warmth, and it smelled amazing. As a matter of fact, I definitely had a couple of you guys who came and visited us at our tent say, you know, they smelled us from around the entire area. But very, very warm, and smell was amazing nonetheless.
Yeah, 9 a.m. You can drive the Sport, but you don't fly the full.
So there's only sports here?
No, you can drive a Sport, you can ride a Sport.
Mind your way roll.
They'll let you drive the Sport.
So the Badlands edition is going to be equivalent to the Rubicon.
The Rubicon?
See the badge?
Yeah, I saw the Badlands. That's what that means?
Yep. That comes with your lower guarantee case. These have the small tires.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought they were 35s. Behind me?
You can look at the interior.
Yeah, that one has 35s.
Manual trans with a smaller motor. So the smaller motor option comes with a 6-speed or an 8-speed. 6-speed.
Yeah.
At the back. Decent room in the back.
Yeah, actually it is. Decent room.
There's 35. So that's not the Badlands, but that's got your 35s and E-locks on.
How upset do you think people would be if I switched gears and rolled into one of these?
Well, you wouldn't really be switching gears. You would just be exchanging one for another.
Right?
You still have a Jeep product.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And I mean, how can you honestly say Jeep's a superior vehicle?
Unless you have one.
Unless you know.
That's
Unless you
always,
have a comparison.
and that's always my thing with it, man, you know? These guys who are like just super brand loyal and don't ever try anything or never had it. So more Ford Bronco footage. I really wish they would just send me one, because then I could just, you know, run it around, not have to worry about buying one or paying for it. Guy can dream, Kenny. That's it right there.
I ordered that with the 35s from here.
Nice.
That'll have a black hardtop for contrast, because the color match hardtop on that, I think it's too much.
Absolutely.
I didn't go on the was intended for, so
Inception.
take so much of it.
So definitely an awesome event, an awesome race to participate in, but also have the family out at. One of the questions that I did have, even for myself, is, can I take the kids? Can I take wifey? And I would say absolutely 100%. Hammertown is definitely designed for all of that. You got vendors there, you got food there, especially for those of us who were there a week. Some of us 2. Definitely a good place. The one thing, though, that was a little interesting was being out and about at night. I didn't get any footage of that. It does get a little rowdy there, but again, you can choose to where you're going to be at if you want to be out running around at night, or if you want to be at Hammertown, or you just want to be at your camp with your family. So that's the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching it. Just a little cutting room floor, behind the scenes / Hammertown walk around. Some of the stuff that I like. Subscribe, tell your friends, share the video, and also don't forget to go to the Fieldcraft Revival page to see the race if you haven't. It's a really great documentary. And then also I have my vlog that we filmed here a couple episodes back of me and Derek. So catch you on the next one, fam. Talk to you soon.